The Minister for Home Affairs, Eduardo Cabrita, said that he believes in a goodwill coalition between the countries committed to European values, which will allow the Portuguese Presidency of the Council of the European Union to make significant strides in terms of the new Pact on Migration and Asylum. During an online conference organized by the Migration Policy Institute and the Calouste Gulbenkian Foundation on the topic of a route to follow for migration under the Portuguese Presidency of the European Union, Eduardo Cabrita explained that it is Portugal's intention to bring the positions held by different countries closer together in order to achieve a principle of flexible compulsory solidarity to respond to the challenges faced by Europe when it comes to migration. This is a political challenge and it is technically very difficult. But I'm from the same country as the Secretary General of the UN, Antonio Guterres, and the Director General of the IOM, Antonio Vitorino. And they are certainly an inspiration for this difficult job, said Eduardo Cabrita, Portuguese Minister for Home Affairs. The Migration Policy Institute, the MPI, is a think tank based in the United States of America and with a delegation in Europe that encourages research and debate with the aim of fostering better immigration and integration policies. Also taking part in the conference were Monique Parria, European Commission Director General for Migration and Home Affairs, Ulrich Weinbrenner, German General Director for Migration, Refugees and Return Policy, and Hanne Beirens, Director of MPI Europe. The lesson learned from the work of the German presidency on the new Pact on Migration and Asylum and Portugal's priorities for following up on this were the starting point for the debate. Eduardo Cabrita underlined the fact that presenting this enormous legislative package on asylum and migration was an act of political courage, and we acknowledged the very hard work done by the German presidency. The Minister for Home Affairs explained that Portugal will be following up on this work in conjunction with the other member states, and they will do that in 3 dimensions. The external dimension of migratory policies based on the principle that migration is a common challenge for Europe that should include dialogue with third countries of origin and transit, reinforcing cooperation for development, the prevention of hazardous journeys and irregular crossings, and investment in legal migration routes. Controls on the external borders of the European Union, particularly through Frontex, which implies the reinforcement of human, financial and technological resources, and the balance between the principles of responsibility and solidarity in all member states in order to respond to migratory challenges. We must take a transversal approach to the challenge of migration because the reality we are living in now is different from the reality in 2015, when Europe was not prepared for the crisis that emerged, said Eduardo Cabrita, Portuguese Minister for Home Affairs. We must offer people a pathway to hope in a Europe that is aging. This means that we must deal firmly with human trafficking, but we must also open the door to legal migration agreements. Eduardo Cabrita emphasized, highlighting the importance of cooperation with Africa and referring to the ministerial meeting between EU countries and African countries on the management of migration flows to be held next May. Regarding the pillar of responsibility shared between different countries, Eduardo Cabrita argued that solidarity cannot be a meaningless word. It cannot be optional. Therefore, the Portuguese presidency will attempt to come up with a series of ways of showing this flexible solidarity. We are gathering the bricks we need to build this concept, he concluded. And if you want to stay informed, please subscribe to my channel and to my other channels. I'll see you in my next video. Auf Wiedersehen.